We are getting very closer to fulfill our promise to you, my friends. Last week I told you that we will try to make at least 1,000 of pips in the premium group, and thankfully so far within just 2 days we have made more than 415 pips of profit to our clients. How cool is that? That is really amazing. I'm so proud of our results. This is exactly what Xtreme Trader should be always about. These are the results of Monday. As you can see, I'm scrolling right in front of you. So of course, if you join the premium group, these are the signals that you will see. And look at that. All of that signals went in green. Thankfully, most of the signals have reached the take profit number 2, and 2 of them has reached the take profit number 3 as well. And then on Tuesday was amazing day. Tuesday, my friends, was actually 100% of profit in the signals group. As we can see, all of the signals have went in the profit directly, and as we can see, USD CAD has reached also the 50 pips of profit, making the take profit number 2. And thankfully, of course, we are again receiving a lot of happy messages from our clients who are actually enjoying being in the group with us. And for that, I'm really very happy. This gentleman here, he says that the signals have changed his life, and he have been able to make a daily profit from our signals on the free group. Then he decided to join this channel, and thankfully, that has actually changed his life to the best. Of course, I have to admit that in the past we were struggling with the signals, and I know so many of you did not have a good experience with the signals in the past, but now, my friends, we have changed. Thankfully, we are now aware more about this business, and we know exactly what we can do with our knowledge, and therefore we are actually able to send a better signals, and actually with a tighter stop loss with a bigger profit. As you can see here, this gentleman here also, he sent us that he have made all these profits from the signals. As we can see, the Euro USD and USD JPY have made alone more than 300 of pips, and I think here the gold have made $321. This is dollars, by the way, not pips, I mean. So this is really amazing. I'm very happy for our clients. Of course, I just wanted to say something. We received some questions from members who thought that the membership, if for example they join today, 11th of May, their membership will expire in the end of the month. That is of course not true. Once you join, your membership is going to expire exactly after 1 month of your registration day, which means if you join today, 11th of May, your membership is going to expire at 11th of June, not any sooner than that. So of course, if you wish to join Xtreme Trader Forex Signals group, please contact our support. You can find their contact details in the description below this video. Contact them today, and hopefully we will see you there. Alright, so let's now begin with the midweek analysis, and of course, as usual, we will start with the Euro USD. Now, as you can see, thankfully, the signal for the Euro USD is working perfectly well, and the pair thankfully has reversed exactly and precisely from what I have mentioned to start shorting the pair. As you can see, it has reversed exactly from 1.05741 and currently running in about 42 pips of profit. Now, what we can expect more with the Euro USD? Actually, we cannot really expect much more than that. The pair most likely is going to continue the fall till it reaches the take profit level, as we can see at 1.04560. However, we can see clearly that we're having here a resistance trend line, and seems like the market is actually respecting that pattern, which means if I go to the 1 hour time frame right now, we can see that the market seems like it's actually reversing upon the pressure from the support at 1.05261, and therefore we might actually expect for the Euro USD to make another bullish reversal and reaches actually the peak of the resistance exactly right here. Check this out. Right here on the 1 hour time frame, we can see clearly that oh, wait a minute, this is very thick. We can see clearly that we have right here a broken support level with that bearish breakout candle, and these 4 candles here represents the resistance number 1, which means there is a chance actually for the market to rise again to reach the same level of the resistance number 1 to create, of course, a second attempt of the resistance. But it's always better to wait for the market to reach actually the resistance trend line. So if you wish to actually sell the Euro USD exactly from that level of a resistance number 2 at let me just write it for you again, at 1.05538. You can actually start selling the pair, but however, I prefer if you just wait for a little bit more time for the market to reach exactly the same level of the resistance trend line to have actually more profits and to have less missing pips. So therefore the Euro USD actually gonna continue the fall. So actually there is nothing much to be said about the Euro USD. The signal seems like it's working well, and as I said, we can start shorting again right here. But I really doubt that the Euro USD is ever gonna be able to break out from that level of a real resistance. Most likely with that very strong bearish movement, and of course if we look at the daily chart, the bearish movement is quite strong, and the market seems like it's gonna be bearish for the remaining days of this week. So that's everything for the Euro USD. Let's now move to the next pair. Let's now move to the Pound USD, which actually has been working very well. I think here, my friends, check this out. Come on guys, don't do this to me please. The pair has reversed just 2 pips before reaching our sell level. I mean, don't be brutal with me please. I mean, I'm gonna take the credit for this signal, and I will consider that this signal has worked and running in profit. I mean, these 2 pips really are nothing. Actually barely 2 pips. Anyway, the pair right now, or the signal, is running actually in about, I would say about 90 pips of profit, which is really fantastic. So what we can do next with the Pound USD, let me just tell you something. The Pound USD actually is facing here a real level of a resistance. Let me just show it to you exactly right here. Pay attention that I'm actually right now on the 1 hour time frame, and right here we can see that the market has created here a real level of the resistance. Meanwhile, we had right here 1, 2 and 3 false breakouts right from that level of a real resistance. So that tells us that since we have right here only one single attempt of that resistance, this is actually a resistance number 1, because it's the first attempt right after the false breakout, which means we can expect from the market to continue the rise till it reaches exactly the same level of that resistance. Pay attention that right now the Pound USD is actually facing here a support zone, and right here we can see the reversed hammer has appeared. This candle usually indicates for a bullish reversal. Therefore, I'm expecting from the Pound USD to make a pullback today, and by mid-Wednesday, I think the pair is gonna be reaching that level of the resistance level, and then we can start actually shorting the Pound USD. So therefore, that's gonna be the level where we can sell again. Let me just tell you that we can sell again the Pound USD at 1.23547, exactly right from there, and therefore we can continue actually to keep the same take profit level, which means it's gonna be about again, how many pips was that? 75 pips of profit. Of course, you have to maintain your safe zone, my friends. I cannot do really more than that because the signal has been triggered. I mean, okay, yeah, it's just, did something happen here? Oh yeah, look at that, the level has been changed. 24099. 24099. Yeah, I was wondering how did this happen. 20, almost like that, yes. So as you can see, the signal has almost been triggered by just 2.4 pips, which is really nothing. Therefore, again, it's up to you how to maintain this signal. So that's everything for the Pound USD. Let's now move to the next pair. Let's now take a look at the AUD USD. Alright, so as you can see, the AUD USD has actually went in the right direction, but sadly did not trigger our sell level, which means we have to look right now at a new signal. Let me now just tell you something. Actually, on the daily chart, we can see clearly that the AUD USD have actually made the bearish breakout from that long-term support at 0.69683. That was actually a very strong key support level, and the market has finally made the bearish break out of it. And as we can see on Tuesday, this red candle right here has actually retested that broken level of a support, which means we have to look right now to the 1 hour time frame and to find our entry. Let me just scroll more to the left. Now I'm on the 1 hour time frame. So as you can see on the 1 hour time frame, also we can see it clearly that this is the lowest level of the support, and I just want to be very precise here. So I'm just going to change the support and the line to be exactly matching with the level of the pattern, which means this is exactly the right way to draw the support trend line, exactly just like that, in a way that the red line is actually touching all of the tails in the pattern. Check this out, not a single tail not being touched, all of them actually touching the resistance, the new resistance line. Now back to the current time. As you can see clearly, this is the market level. This is of course the level of the resistance. As we can see, the market has indeed made here 2 attempts to break out from that level of a previous support and created here resistance number 1 and of course resistance number 2, which means most likely the pair is actually going to continue the fall. But however, we can actually expect from the AUD USD to rise again for a 3rd attempt after rising for about 33 pips, and from there, my friends, we can start shorting the pair. Now let me just tell you something. Right here we have a resistance trend line, exactly just like that. So if the pair gonna be able to break out from that level, and I think it will, it's gonna continue the rise till it reaches that level of a previous resistance, and after that is gonna continue the fall. Actually, this is how the AUD USD might actually move, in my opinion. It's gonna make the breakout from that level of a resistance trend line, then reverses exactly at that level of a resistance, then make a pullback, and after that hit that level of a resistance and again continue the fall. So anyway, either ways, selling right here at 0.69750 is gonna be ideal in my opinion. Now however, if we do that, let's go back to the daily chart. If we did that, it's gonna be actually a very big score, because we can expect from the AUD USD to eventually continue the fall till it reaches the very strong key support level at 0.68083, which means we can make about 160 pips of profit. Let me now please write this signal for you. So as you can see, my friends, there goes your signal for the AUD USD. We will be shorting the pair. I think you cannot see it because of the signal. Here as sell as 0.69750, and if I zoom out again to the daily chart, we can see the take profit level as 0.68246, which means we are aiming approximately 144 pips of profit. Meanwhile, the safe zone is ranging for about 56 pips only till 0.70318. That's everything for the AUD USD. Let's now move to the next pair. Let's now take a look at the USD CAD, which also has worked perfectly well, but of course did not sadly trigger our buy level, but it has went in the right direction as you can see, and already hit the take profit level, but again did not trigger our buy level. So therefore, of course, we cannot claim this signal at all. So let me just tell you what we can do next with the USD CAD. Most likely the pair is of course going to continue the rise. The bullish movement is really quite strong, and therefore we have to consider buying the pair, but we just need to find the right level to start buying it. Let me just delete the old signal, and let's see what we can do next with the USD CAD. I need to go back to the 4-hour time frame. So as we can see right here on the 4-hour time frame, we can see clearly that the market has made right here a strong bullish breakout level from that resistance at 1.29640. That was the peak of the highest level of the resistance, and as you can see, the retest has already been happening right here. Now we need to consider buying the USD CAD exactly at the second attempt of the support. Now let me just tell you something very interesting. Right here we're having a support trend line, and we can see clearly that the market is respecting that level of a previous channel. Now pay attention that most likely the market has actually created right here a channel. As you can see, the market has been able finally to break out right from that channel, and right now it's rising above it. However, I'm expecting actually from the USD CAD to fall again to the same level of the previous resistance, and from that level is gonna create a previous support. Did I say resistance? I meant support. This is the previous level of a support. This was a support number 1, and we can start buying the USD CAD at the second attempt of the support. Of course, we have to consider that the market actually is moving right now above that level, above that channel, so it might actually be ranging there. So you can expect from the market to be ranging for quite some time before finally continue the rise. That level of a strong key resistance level cannot be broken out from that easily, in my opinion. And if we check the daily chart, we have already right here the small tail, which indicates the first attempt of that support. However, this candle right here, the problem with this reverse hammer is that usually it is actually indicates for a bearish reversal. So I'm expecting actually from the USD CAD to be ranging on that level before finally being in profit, because this price action right here doesn't actually indicate a continuation in the rise. It usually indicates for the opposite. So therefore, please be careful when we are trading this signal. Anyway, go back to the 1-hour time frame. I want to be very precise, and therefore this is exactly right here where we can start buying again the USD CAD, because this was the nearest resistance to that bullish breakout candle, and right here we have the first attempt of the support, and therefore we have to wait for the USD CAD to fall all the way till it reaches that level of the same support, which means we have to wait for the pair to fall to another 48 pips before we can start buying it. With the USD CAD, this is actually easier to happen. Anyway, now regarding the target, if we started buying right here, our target has to be right here, the nearest resistance to our entry, which is gonna be approximately, I would say, about 160 pips, hopefully gonna be in a good profit. Let me now please write the signal for you. And there goes your signal, my friends, for the AUD USD, for the USD CAD. The buy is going to be placed at 1.29774, and the safe zone will be ranging for about 60 pips, as we can see, at 1.29179. Meanwhile, the target is going to be placed exactly at 1.31485. That's everything for the USD CAD. Let's now move to the next pair. Let's now move to the USD JPY, which actually has been working very well. It's actually just been triggered. As you can see, last night, yesterday, it has been triggered exactly at 129.860. This was one perfect signal, and currently running in 56 pips of profit. I really hope you guys have taken this signal. However, what can we expect next with the USD JPY? Actually, I'm expecting a pullback, because right here, right on the resistance level, we can see this inverted hammer has appeared, and therefore we can expect from the USD JPY to make another pullback and to fall again to our entry point to create the second attempt of the support, since this was actually a support number one. Now pay attention to the pattern that we're having, to the structure, I mean, sorry. Right here we're having a real level of a support which has been respected 4 repeated times. Then we had right here the false breakout. Then all of that been followed by one single attempt of the support, which means we can of course expect for the market to create a second attempt of the support and even a third attempt of the support before finally start the pullback or the reversal. Very similar with the Euro USD. As we can see, we had right here the several attempts of the real level of the resistance. Then we had 1, 2, 3 attempts of the resistance. It's a very similar pattern that I'm talking about for the USD JPY, that we can have right here several attempts of the support right after the false breakout. So regarding the USD JPY, nothing is going to be changed. The signal remains the same. That's everything for the USD JPY. Let's now move to the next signal. Let's now move to the USD CHF, which actually going in the right direction, but sadly did not trigger our buy level. I think it didn't, right? Yes, it did not trigger our buy level and went all the way very close to the take profit level, which means we have to change the signal right now. Of course, the buy order is still valid, but however, it's just a question of where exactly we can start again buying the USD CHF. This bullish movement here is exceptional. It's actually a historical movement for the USD CHF, and I don't see the pair has made such a rise since long time, actually. Very long time. The pair hasn't actually made this strong rise right here. The pair has actually went in exactly 765 pips straight movement actually since 31 March, which is really nice. However, the pair most likely is actually going to continue the rise, and as I have mentioned in the last video, the final target is going to be exactly right here. I don't think that the USD CHF is going to stop rising till it reaches the peak of the real level of the resistance at 1.01236, because right here we can see the real level of the resistance, another false breakout, then it's blank right here. We didn't have yet any attempt of the resistance, and the market seems like it's pushing the price to continue the rise till it reaches the same level of the real resistance. Now, it's a matter, of course, of where we can start buying the USD CHF again. Now, pay attention. Right here, we had actually a broken resistance level at 0.98916, and exactly right here, we can see the first attempt of the support. This candle right here represents the first attempt of the support. If we go to the 4-hour time frame, we can see it now more clear. This was the broken resistance level, and right here we had, let me just be more precise, exactly like that. Now it makes more sense, right? we have right here the resistance level, the bullish breakout candle, then the support. Now we can expect from the USD CHF to make another correction to fall all the way for about 63 pips before we can start buying. But however, wait, there is more for that. Pay attention that we also have right here a support level exactly like that. That is actually what I'm talking about in the daily chart. So moving back to the 4-hour time frame, we have right here number 1 and number 2, which means we have support number 1 and support number 2. Therefore, we can expect to start buying the USD CHF again at the third attempt of the support, which means we have to wait for the pair to fall to another 45 pips before we can start buying it. And after that, the target, I'm trying to move between the candles. Then the final target, of course, for this week is going to be exactly right here, the peak of the resistance at 1.00253. But as I mentioned earlier, the final target within the next few weeks is going to be right here, the resistance at 1.01236. However, we can start buying the USD CHF exactly right here from 0.99115 and keep the trade running for about 108 pips, which is going to be our target. So let me now please write the signal for you. And there goes the signal, my friends, for the USD CHF. As we can see, the buy is going to be placed at 0.99115 and the safe zone will be ranging for about 52 pips and till 0.98597. And the target, if we go to the daily chart, we can see the target has been placed at 1.00253. So that's everything for the USD CHF. Let's now move to the next pair. Let's now move to the gold, which sadly did not work at all. As we can see, the pair has, when the signal has miserably failed. Again, please accept my apologies for this, and we will do the best I can to recover this signal. So let's see now what we can do next with the gold. As you can see, my friends, it's very obvious to me that the pair most likely is going to be retesting that broken level of resistance exactly at, let me just be more precise, exactly at 1849.83. Now pay attention that right now on the daily chart, we're facing right here as a previous support level. We can expect from the gold to reverse exactly right here on that level of a support and make another pullback, retesting the broken level of the support at 1849.83 as well, which was previously a very strong key resistance level. Keep in mind that all of that being analyzed on the daily chart. We are on the daily chart. Wow. Which means we can expect from the market to reverse by Wednesday or even Thursday till it reaches that level of a broken resistance. Sorry, a broken support level. Now, moving back to the 4-hour time frame. Actually, this candle right here indicates a continuation in the momentum. This candle right here in the middle. So therefore, the reversal actually might take a while. So we all actually hoping for the market to reverse exactly right here at that level of a previous support, exactly just from here at 1829. So the next movement, in my opinion, for the gold is going to be exactly like this. Reverses at that support, continue the rise, retesting that level of a real level of a resistance, which was previously also a support. And by the way, that's a signal that I'm waiting for myself. I'm really willing to place a big amount of money on this signal. It's really trusted in my opinion. And then the market actually might continue the fall till it reaches the lowest level of the support at 1798. However, the signal is going to be placed to be sell exactly right here. Let me just write it for you. Sell at 1849.83. Now for the safe zone. Of course, the safe zone, since we are actually relying on that level of a resistance, we can see clearly that the market has also been ranging on a resistance level exactly right here at 1867.61, which means that's going to be our safe zone, which is going to be ranging for about 175 pips. There exactly goes your safe zone. Meanwhile, for the target, oh boy, that's going to be a big score, because we can expect from the market to continue the fall at least till it reaches the nearest strong key support level, which was exactly right there. And we can see clearly that the same level was previously a resistance, which means this is actually a very strong level. The level of 1812 is very strong. That's gonna be our target, which means we can expect to make approximately 360 pips profit from this signal. Therefore, the take profit level is gonna be 1812.45. So there goes your signal, my friends, for the remaining days of this week. I believe especially the gold is going to be a very good signal, and hopefully all of us will make good profits with these signals. So of course I wanted to remind you that we actually have been spotting very good setups for the premium group, and we're expecting to make a very good profit. So don't forget, if you want to join the premium Forex signals group of Telegram, please contact our support. You will find their contact details in the description below this video, and also posted in the first comment under this video, the pinned post from me. You will find the link to contact our support or to join the free group. And from there you can contact our support. So that's everything for this week. I hope that was informative to you, and I would like to thank you for watching.